So let's talk a little bit about your new songs. I gave you my copy.
Okay.
Oh, no. Here, I've got my copy. Here.
Well,
Morgan, you take the record.
Well, last Christmas, I'd been out of work for 6 months for the second time in 2 years. And the whole idea of having Christmas was something that I was not especially looking forward to. And I started thinking about what still kind of felt right about it and what didn't. And at kind of at this point in my life, I can pretend and I can lie, but I can't pretend and lie to myself. And this song isn't about an attack on anybody else's Christmas or the way they celebrate it. It's just kind of a heads up to those who are agnostic or atheist to enjoy the holiday any way they want, to find what's good and true and to make it their own, to let their freak flag fly. That's what it kind of is about.
Well, and non-believers, which I would definitely count myself among, are actually a very fast-growing part of the American population. There's stories in the papers about it all the time.
It's supposed to be 20% is none, is what their religious.
Yeah, well, it's the same. I mean, that's fine with. I mean, it's fine with me anyway. People want to go as long as they leave me the hell alone. But stay out of politics too. The
other thing is,
it's like you can go to your church on Sunday. The other 6 days are mine, and you can't run the rest of the country based on Sunday.
Yeah. Forget it about when we get into the politics, of it is just horrible. But I write about this record, on Facebook and stuff, and someone had to ask, well, doesn't atheist Christmas seem like a bit of an oxymoron? And I thought about it.
No, they swiped it from the pagans.
Well, I come to that, but then I also, kind of thought about that the word Christmas had become like Xerox or Kleenex or Coke or Kool-Aid.
That's
and then
why
it was a brand that was so, ubiquitous. That I mean, Coke is a cola, Kleenex is a facial tissue, and Christmas is a winter holiday. And I grew up with Jews who had Christmas trees, and it was just a.
I mean, they think it's an accident that it's right around the winter solstice.
And it's a birth myth. It's a birth myth, just like in the solstice is the birth of the light.
Yeah, the only difference is they got a lot fewer gods than the pagans had.
Right, and I just have one less than they do. So,
Well, the arithmetic works.
I wanted to say also that my friend Don Jones plays flute on this, and then he plays flute on on all the songs that he plays sax on this.
Anyway, you're not trying to talk anybody else into changing their Christmas. You're just trying to tell people what your Christmas is.
Right, and also, it took me a long time.
And your Christmas is beautiful.
It took me a long time to get to the point where I could say, though, I'm an atheist. I got a First Amendment right just like everybody else, and to say, this is okay, and I can celebrate, Christmas, or I could call it Christmas, or, whatever, and give presents to my friends and love my community and, be charitable and all of those things is just atheist. That's all. But I mean, I think it's like ingrained to people to be hesitant to say, I really don't. I just don't believe it. I mean, it's just
that's
not
the really
possible,
hard one because at that point, I had a guy call me up on a political radio show that we do live in the Land of Hope and Dreams on Sunday afternoon,
which I listen to
on Sirius Left. And thank you. And from 1 to 4, I get an hour's break so I can grab a salad. He said, "Well, I'm worried about your soul." I said, "Well, my soul isn't yours. Presuming I have one, which I don't. That's not yours to worry about." It's like me in the afterlife, if there be any, that's not your business. Who told you that was your business? My actual life isn't your business. How the hell could my afterlife be your business?
And plus, if all the people who say they're going to heaven, go to heaven, I don't want to be in the same place as those people. They're not my people.
Yeah, that was like what it was like to go to college. I walk into the cafeteria on day one, and it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, these motherfuckers are still here. I'm leaving. I lasted 6 months, and that was why.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and I think actually, if I'm wrong, there'll be a lot of people I know.
Right. Well, I don't know. Did you ever read that?
Be a sense of community down there.
Did you read that Letters from Earth book by Mark Twain? Really,
yes.
It's just like a story,
Yeah.
But he's talking about, it's a dialogue between Lucifer and and God saying, you wouldn't believe what these people think. It happens when you die. All the singing and robe wearing and all this sort of stuff.
And
people who can't sing.
And then they have to do it. The book is hysterically funny. And yeah, because then they have to do it. I think there's an edition of it, like more unexpurgated, called Letters from Satan or something like that. Or maybe Letters to Satan, but it's like this one long, and then there's, he also had a book that was the Diary of Adam and Eve.
Yeah, I mean,
it's very obscure, that book.
Wow, yeah,
I've read a ton of his stuff, and you know what? I mean, I think that he was pretty influential,
he couldn't, but that stuff wasn't published in his lifetime.
Right. I suppose, but even,
Mark
even
Twain
Huckleberry Finn, has aspects where he's saying, well, I know I'm going to hell for doing this.
He allows us, right. But that's to show how naive Huck is.
Yeah.
I mean...
and I also reread that book within the last, couple of years, and I thought, God, this is the most political book I think I've ever read, It's so great.
Well, partly it's him trying to explain what things were like in his life before the Civil War.
Right.
But let's cheer everybody up, and let's hear an Atheist Christmas, and we'll cheer you up. And plus, when's the last time you heard a Christmas record? At least 11 months ago, and so we're actually giving you a head start, even if you're a believer.
Holidays are complicated. They always give me reason to pause. The solstice celebrates the birth of the new light, but it doesn't have Santa Claus. So I'm having an atheist Christmas. It may sound crazy, but so I hope to find myself in a moment of pure bliss under the mistletoe, with beautiful lights and snow. This year I really needed Christmas. We put up lights and got a tree. We got presents for family and friends. Some dogs and cats got some treats. So we're having an atheist Christmas. It may sound crazy, but so we hope to find ourselves in a moment of pure bliss under the mistletoe. Beautiful lights and snow. There never was much Christ in our Christmas, but we shared a moment as a family. We love the Christmas songs, many written by Jews. We love the sharing and community. Yes, we're